I don't think I've done any of these. I don't think I have it. I don't think I've done Santa's Workshop. I guess the question is like, if you were to be TF'd into goo, would you rather it be a suit situation or a um would you rather become the goo? And I'm gonna put, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna put on my personal enjoyed songs playlist. Yes, fair enough. Also, I should hold up a minute. I should probably also exit out of the share chat thing. All right, and stream together. Perfect. Also, hey, winter thing is. I feel like it's funny because like winter stuff is like acceptable exclusively twice a year, which is like when it's at its hottest and when it's at its coldest. Like you get winter stuff in the winter, obviously, but also like winter stuff does see a resurgence in the summer. I feel like because people are like, I need something that makes me reminds me of the cold days. Maybe that's just a me thing though. I'll just be like, yeah, let me just go and put on fucking Mariah Carey. Did you know they added Lava Chicken and what? Like. Like they added a specific, like the song, it's a disc? I didn't? That's very strange. That's some Doritos Locos Tacos flavored Doritos Locos Tacos. Like that's the didn't Funyun Rings do a thing like that? Funyun flavored onion rings, Funyun onion. I'm having a stroke. This bit died before it even existed. To be honest with you, I mean, I guess it makes sense, but also it does feel a little bit like it's like auto cannibalism. Starkey, breathe? No. Breathing is for people who need oxygen. I don't need oxygen. Welcome on, Rack Hudson. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Give me a shout for Rack Hudson. Glad to have you, though. Hold up. My hands are... Hands? 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 There we go. Then. Alright. Yeah, welcome on, Rack Hudson. I presume that my mods are a little bit preoccupied. That inflates you big and round. I've been good that's super bored this week, but house sitting though, understandable. There's definitely like, I'm sure they're glad they're having someone around. Is it just like you're checking on their house every now and then, or is it like are you watching any animals or plants? I feel like house sitting can mean like a lot of different things, depending on like depending on who you're actually house sitting for. Just be like me and never own a home. That way you never have to worry about having someone house sit. No, I'm staying there because plants and animals? Okay. That's usually what I think of when people are like, oh yeah, I need a house sitter. It's usually because they have like a dog or something, or like they got like they got like a tree or whatever that needs to be moistened. But yeah. I definitely know I have like that job for my local friends because I lived there for a bit, and so the cats are like they have 3 cats who are like super anxious because one of them is a rescue and the other 2 take cues from that one. Probably just get away with having me pop in, but they enjoy their vacation more knowing someone's actually there. That's fair. I give a shout, no problem. But I'm doing all right. I got a little bit of I've been dealing with some tummy aches. Official tummy ache survivor, but because I've been taking some antibiotics. But outside of that, and the fact that like today has just been like a weird kind of like empty brain day. It all things considered relatively positive. I just realized you had a. I wonder if this. I like to think that a nuclear bomb went off in here, and then this small elf perished. But yeah, it's kind of like it's just kind of a nice vibe day, I think. I don't know. There's something funny to me about like, you know, a nuclear chocolate bomb. That's just me after Taco Bell. I'm sorry. I'm very tired. I'm going for the easy jokes. I might only go for like an extra half an hour. Cause I can definitely tell I tell that my energy is not necessarily super at the level I usually want it when I'm streaming. Do you think that, like how much, like, what do you think is like the turnover rate for like having to get like a power washer? Like how much of your house has to be this before at some point you're like, okay, fine, just get the fucking power washer. I feel like if you own a power washer, that like the percentage goes down a lot. Also, like, I imagine if it's something like, because like in the main story, it's like ash. It's like volcanic ash, which is like hydrophobic. Yes, during Pride Month. One time too many. That's fair. I feel like at some point, like a power washer is definitely the kind of thing like you get and then you find ways to justify it. You're like, well, I gotta clean my car. It's just like literally like a single piece of bird crap on your car. It's like, well, yeah, hey, glad I bought that power washer. It's coming in handy now. That's the kind of energy at least I would have with a power washer. I'm like any excuse for me to bust out the fucking the pressure ender. All right. I think I'll go for like an extra half an hour. I think I'll go until like 10 o'clock, just so I can get that like nice, clean, like, you know, it's a super accessible small business. That's fair. Yeah, because it's not like, you know, like you basically just need to have the pressure washer. You don't really need to have any other piece of tech because like water and electricity are pretty readily available wherever you go. When the power wash adds into the muck. Well, hey, you can clean your power washer with a power washer. Unless it's like the head, at which point it's like, well, you know, at that point you've made mistakes. But that's why you buy the second power washer that exclusively exists to clean power washer number 1. All of life's problems can be solved with a power washer. Like a power washer with enough pressure. At some point, if you add more pressure to the power washer, it will solve the problem. The problem might be solved by no longer existing, but like hey, listen, that's a problem resolved. Like tenderizing meat with a power washer. I imagine you could probably do that. That's definitely what I learned from this game. I thought like whoever, like someone told me, it was like, oh yeah, this Power Wash Sim has lore, and I thought they were fucking with me, but no, the game actually does have lore. I have every upgrade and every purchasable item. This game has like been a weirdly good investment, all things considered. I was like, oh yeah, I'll get it for stream, but then no, like I actually genuinely do enjoy this game. Okay, so I guess the question becomes, how do you tenderize meat with a power washer in a way that doesn't just cut it? I'm sure you can, The question becomes the logistics. I guess we get like one of these wider sprays and then just like keep going back over and over the meat. The city's become too dirty. That's it. I mean, yeah, well, until the aliens show up, at which point the lore actually fucking... the lore becomes kind of wild when the aliens show up. I feel like there's gotta be a trope page about like games that pretend to be one thing, or like the games that you wouldn't think would have like an aspect going on with them, but then they very much do. You know? It's like Powerwash Sim is almost like a lighthearted version of that trope. But like I imagine it's like you know, games where it's like, oh, like it's a lighthearted silly game, and then like it turns out that there's like a fucking eldritch abomination that's like ruining everyone's lives in an infinite time cycle. I'm just describing in Stars and Time, aren't I? Like many kids shows now? You're not wrong. I mean, listen. I kind of get it. I kind of get the appeal, Adventure Time, for example. Well, because it's like as a kid, you don't understand how the world works, and in a lot of ways it can be fucking scary and eldritch and nightmarish. It's just like, you know? Because like the concept of eldritch as a horror is just you don't understand what's going on, and like that like horror to some degree doesn't age out of people. That's kind of why there's a sequel to the what's the fucking Stephen King book with the clown in the red balloon? It's not it, is it? It is the thing in the... Is it actually it? Okay. I was like, I'm pretty sure it was it, but apparently it is it. Okay, Loki. A quick tangent here. Fuck naming anything it. That might be the single most fucking infuriating naming convention I've ever seen on anything. It is a non-binary icon, but like I think the fundamental part of it that is kind of timelessly scary.
God damn it, Leo! What the hell are you doing?
You're not wrong.
Leo!
I think that the part of it that is timelessly scary is the idea that you don't really know what's happening. Like, and then part of why there's a sequel, or this like. It's not I guess it is a sequel in a sense, but it's like a continuation of the plot of it, where they're all adults and they're like dealing with the trauma. And like, you know, there's it's something to be said about like the like, you know, the connection point between that and like, you know, childhood trauma, which I'm sure is intentional. At least in theory. In practice, who knows? Stephen King did a lot of cocaine, like so much cocaine. My man did coke a lot. And it does show in some of his works. Like a lot of the moments that are there are a couple of moments in oh, what's the fucking how can I not remember a single Stephen King book name? The all work and no play makes Jack a makes Jack a dull boy or whatever. Fuck, what's that called? I'm actually losing my mind. How can I forget? I'm gonna be so mad. I'm gonna be so mad when I remember what it's called. The Shining. Yes. Yes, I forgot what The Shining is. Like I said, I'm tired. The brain no operate good now. The brain no work good. But yeah, no, The Shining. There are moments in The Shining where I'm like, this definitely reads a little bit detached from reality. Oh, welcome on in, Night Liking. Glad to have you, Sweeping.
On God. I heard about your body count.
Shut up. Shut up. Let me get a shout. Let me get the it's Night Liking chatter mode. Welcome on, Night Liking. Whom did you raid into, if you don't mind? As we might bring a second wave. There might be a second wave yet coming. DA? Oh, that's a good point, actually. If DA is still streaming, we will definitely go over to say hi. But yeah, no. There are definitely moments in The Shining where I'm like, this man does cocaine. Because I think specifically the bit where he calls martinis Martians and just assumes that we know what the fuck he's talking about. And then it segues into him talking about actual Martians without like there being a
This motherfucker got them big G's! I gotta get out of here.
I love that clip. But no, like he segues into talking like actual Martians without like there being any like pause or break in thought like it's like, okay. In some ways, it is actually like a perfect like way to like you know, in text distinguish a man's mental breakdown. Like is to just be like, well, let me just take a big old snort of this cocaine and then write whatever my brain thinks of. I don't know. I've never done cocaine. Actually, like I haven't done a lot of drugs. I would like to at some point. Or maybe one day I will do a weed. What's this song called? This is Zavadilla from Mike Gino. I believe it's part of a Friday Night Funkin' mod. I have not played Friday Night Funkin'. It looks fine. I think I would just rather play other 4-button rhythm games, personally. But the song is kind of a bop. The Santa's list. I'm assuming these are probably like developers, or like they just found random names. I like to think one of these is the developer's kid. Official document. Fortune, Bella, Yuki, Coffee Bean, Thea. Okay, no, some of these have to be animal names. Buffy, Lump, Coco. These have to be animal names. And look at these. These are definitely animal names. Casper, welcome on in. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Do you think when animals get deliveries from Santa that the corresponding animal Santa shows up? Or do you think there's just like an overarching animal Santa that covers all animals? I feel like you need to have like a specific Santa dedicated for the bees. Like for all of the insects. You gotta have like at least one dedicated Santa, because there's a fuck ton of bees. I don't know if you know this, but there's a lot of bees and wasps and shit. Do wasps even have a nice list? No, surely not. If it's not clear, I am losing my mind just a touch, but also I'm pretty sure that's what people come here for. Unclear. I need to run that poll again to see why people. Hello, what do you enjoy about my stream? And why is it my mental breakdowns? How can I mental breakdown in a way that you find more personally entertaining? Starkey, stop losing your mind? Listen, that would imply that I ever had my mind. That shit has been gone for the never-ending void since I was like 6. I don't know why. 6 is just like, it just feels right. But just like, it's... I start questioning myself, why did I say 6? And then like I reveal like some deeply embedded inner trauma. Oh boy, mental breakdowns. We sure love those here, don't we? To be fair, I don't have that many mental breakdowns. At least when Chad isn't actively arguing with me about some bullshit that they're wrong about. You know, Chad having silly opinions like Chicago deep dish being a pizza. Stuff like that. Oh my god, so the rug is like a bespoke item of its own. Low-key, I feel like nutcrackers are a thing that like don't really get, like I feel like nutcrackers as far as horror things go, like I feel like they're like maybe the most silently horrifying thing about Christmas. Like I look at those and I'm like, this is that mouth is intended for violence. There's a thought that is occurring in my brain, and I want you all to be aware of the fact that it is getting filtered out. The part of my brain that decides not to hurt people with the English language is saying, no, don't say that. And I feel like when I do that, it's underappreciated. You know, you never say thank you, Starkey, when you don't say the shit that causes everyone around you to suffer. To some degree, though, like I am aware, like it's kind of stream is weird because it's simultaneously it's like slipping into a different filter, I suppose. So I can talk about the shit that I normally don't with like people in real life, but also there still has to be that internal dialogue to be like, is this something that bears saying as a, you know, should I put this thought out in the world? No, surely not. God, I have not listened to many of these songs on my fucking favorite list in forever. Okay. She had Farrah Fawcett hair, collapsed of blood red wine. Ooh. No, that was very shaky. I love you. But yeah, I need to figure out if I want to even like. So for tomorrow, I'm not sure if I want to do art or if I want to do under Deltarune. I'm kind of leaning towards Deltarune Chapter 3 because I do kind of actually need to get that out of the way before the end of the month. So this might be my first. But also, like, I might do some art tomorrow. Powerwash sim. Here's the thing. I got like one Powerwash sim in me every week, and that's it. I like Powerwash sim, but like it is art can be fun. I guess I do want to keep the art streak going. I don't want to fall off of like a year and a half of doing art every week. Who knows? Maybe because like I'm starting it. Oh no! Shoot! I actually do have like I have plans tomorrow. Fuck. I'll probably try to do some art tomorrow. Honestly, it might be like fidgeting around with brushes, or it might you know what? What if I tried working on a Telegram sticker pack for Starkey? Because like I think I just need to futz around with Finn's character, like Finn's design, a little bit of my free time, and like start because like it was like a not like I mentioned at the beginning of the stream is like he wanted to grab a bunch of visual references of stuff he thought it was appealing. Maybe I need to do the same. I'm just like, stop trying to force myself to do it on stream. Where I'm like, I'm overthinking the entire process. Or I could do some gift art. I'm trying to think of who should I do gift art of even? Oh wait, no, I know what I'm doing tomorrow. I know what I need to do tomorrow. I need to grab Locke at some point. Locke redeemed a Borb, and he needs to be orbed. I want to make sure that that queue is relatively clear. I don't want that one getting backed up at all. So we might be orbing tomorrow. I feel like this is like, I put yogurt in my rice. Depending on the type of yogurt, that could be good. If like, it's almost like it's like a lazy man's rice pudding. You do like, put in like strawberry or sweetened yogurt into rice. I could see that working. It's definitely weird for sure. Well, I'm also, wait a second. I'm thinking about it. I'm like, ew. I'm thinking about the texture. So you got rice chunks, and then you got strawberry chunks. I don't know, man. I think it's one of those things where it's like, it could be good, but it also could be disgusting. Oh, it's just like, or like, maybe it's like, it was just like, unflavored yogurt. That would be weird, because like, unflavored yogurt just kind of tastes like sour cream. I don't know how to describe it. It's very sour cream. As easy to make my Spanish rice creamy. I can kind of see that. It's strange for sure, like, yeah, because like in that way you to some degree are just using it almost as a replacement for sour cream. Don't mind me, I'm just going to stand on top of you. Why the fuck is why is your hat its own item? Excuse me? It's like, oh yeah, no, the nutcracker, the staff, that's part of the nutcracker. The hat, though, that's completely unrelated. Different item. That is strange. Oh, never mind. The staff is its own item. I was the wrong boy. I was the boy who was in the wrong. That shape, I know it's supposed to be a fleur-de-lis, but it actually kind of reminds me a little bit of the Joker from Balatro. Skill issues, silly belly. It reminds me of like the generic Joker shape from Balatro a little bit. I don't even play. Okay, Loki though, like it was mentioned earlier, I actually do think Balatro might be one of the most Balatro I think was kind of carried by it being a weak year in regards to games. Balatro is weird because I don't think I have fun with it, but time does disappear into a void when I play it. It's like like the world ceases to be, and then I stop playing Balatro, and then the time has passed while I was gone. That's the best description I have for playing Balatro. It's like, if you enjoy Balatro, more power to you. Just because I don't enjoy something doesn't mean like you can't, but also it's just like it doesn't affect me, which is I think is weird. I don't know. I had more fun with Nubby's Number Factory, although the issue with Nubby's is that it does not have enough content for it has enough content for a while, but once you get bored enough of the gameplay to start doing the challenges, and you finish the challenges, like there's really nothing beyond that. Which, like, listen, a game's gotta end at some point. I respect that. I respect a game, Loki. I respect a game that has like a clean point of like where I'm like, yeah, I had my fun with it. Now I get to move on and do something else. I think more games, you know, like it is kind of that like perpetual like chase for like the value of the dollar, where it was like, oh yeah, I got the most bang for my buck. Where like games just don't fucking end sometimes. God, I love the Celeste soundtrack so much. Wait, is this guy's name French Bob? What happened to English Bob? Or German Bob? Or Cantonese Bob? I'm a big fan of the Aerith and Bob trope, especially when like, you know, it's like, oh, it's very, very, like, very atypical names, and then you just get like one random normal name. Isn't that a hairstyle? Actually, wait, you're right. I think French Bob is a hairstyle. Bobby LeBon. Do you think that Mario characters have different names depending on which like, you know, which area they're like localized to? Is it Bobby Le Bobom? Tomorrow I'm gonna destroy my gut. But why though? Listen, as somebody whose gut is currently getting destroyed by antibiotics, I can't recommend it. Shit hurts. It's, like, unpleasant. No mercy. I can't stop you, but, like, I would also advise against it. Gotta say, like, not a great plan. All the enchiladas, all the spice. Okay, I you know what? Never mind. Great plan. No mercy. Self-immolation. Listen. Sometimes you just gotta be like, all right, this spice, I'm here to pain. I'm here to experience the concept of pain and suffering. It is kind of wild the degree to which having a window makes a space feel open. Because as I was like, I was not expecting her to be outside of this window, but as soon as there was, I'm like, oh yes, the space suddenly feels so much more open. It's like those like bathrooms, like where part of the reason they have the mirror in it is that way it doesn't feel so claustrophobic. Like apparently, if you remove the mirror from bathrooms, they become way more fucking like claustrophobic. Because like it fakes the space to your brain, which I think is kind of cool. We're all just fucking weird, you know, monkey creatures that like figured out how space works. And then we figured out how to trick our brain into not really understanding how space works. Anyways, on a completely unrelated note, SpaceX. God, I really am just going for the easy jokes, huh? All right. I think we're going to call it here. Because, you know, we got like 20% done. It's 10 o'clock. Starkey, welcome on in, Sagir. Glad to have you, sweet bean. Heck. Gosh, Sagir. Welcome on in. Glad to have you, sweet bean. I am sorry that you showed up right as we're rating out, because this is shorter than my normal stream is, but we also started it like an hour and a half later. And I got stuff to do yet tonight. But thank you for hanging out. Hopefully you had a good time. I know like the collab stuff is a little bit different, which might not necessarily make it like